So this is on behalf of us seniors who are graduating. I wasn't elected to do this speech. I was the only one that wanted to talk. 4 years, 1,461 days, 35,064 hours. Some of us have had to be away from our families, like Dr. Lacuna, for that long, and some of us have created our families, like Dr. Bingham, during that time. It's also how long it took for us to become real physicians. So how did we get here? As we can all agree, it takes a village. All of you. I remember my first delivery, my intern year with Dr. Bose. I was so nervous. I had palpitations. I wanted to run out of the room. And she said, "This is yours." So I go in and I put my hands on the baby's head like I've seen other doctors do. And I kind of was waiting in the hike position just for the baby to come out and wasn't really doing much. So she put her hands on top of mine and applied more force than I thought was normal. And I looked at her in a wide-eyed panic, and I thought, oh my God, we're gonna pop the baby's head off. But it all went well. Then, same senior resident, D. Bose, told me that it was my time to present a patient at sign-out. And of course, the day that she chose for me to present a patient was the day Dr. Siddiqui was the one in charge. And I looked at her and I said, please don't, I'm not ready. Please, I'll do anything, I'll do all the HMPs, please, I'm just not ready. She said, you'll be fine. It's like putting a lamb out there with the lion with Dr. Siddiqui, for those that don't know. But it turned out all right. So anyway, we've come a long way since then, and that's because of the help and guidance of all of those in this room. And to start out, our midwives remind us that pregnancy is not a disease, but a normal process, and we should probably try to keep it that way. I hear the voices of our nurses quietly keeping us from disaster. You want to give her penicillin? Really? Did you know she's allergic? Oh yeah, maybe not. Or, Dr. Magua, I think she's in labor. No, she's just having stomach pains. No, I really think she's in labor. And while we're him-hawing, the baby literally flies out of the vagina, which has happened. So I have learned in 4 years to ask the nurses, what do you think we should do? I've also learned to just say yes when they say, you want me to start an IV, right? You want me to bring the turb in the room? Do you want me to call the attending? Okay. So I realized that the nurses really do run the show. They just act like we do. They just let us pretend like we do. Our techs, for those that are in the room, they make us look good in the OR by handing us the right instruments rather than the ones we sometimes ask for. From Dr. Mason, we learned the importance of having good visualization in the field. Why are you going to struggle, boo? From Dr. Chambers, I've learned to be a Buddha in the midst of chaos. From Dr. Kelly, I've learned to be very detailed in my documentation. From Dr. Hernandez, I've learned that scrub blue is the new black in fashion. From Dr. Washington, I've definitely learned the importance of sterility. From Dr. Amuzu, I've learned the importance, sorry that you're eating, but the importance of our patient's poop. She's our very own Dr. Oz. From Dr. Johnson, who's not here today, I've learned the efficiency of movement and how good breakfast is at Blue. From Dr. Flager, I've learned to be bold. The baby's 10 pounds. We need a vacuum? Yeah, let's try it. From Dr. Khan, we learned to stay out of trouble. Why do you want to go there? Just get the baby and get out. Don't go into those areas. From Dr. Puterbaugh, I learned about preeclamptic Peggy, and I'll forever have her picture engraved in my head. From Dr. Gaston, I've learned to keep the light in the hole and not to drop the football for those that know what that means. From Dr. Mastrolia, I've learned not to use amnios as the easy button. From Dr. Grimes, I've learned that I have the answers even if I don't think so. She'll just keep saying, you know, you know, you know, even though we don't. From Dr. Balon, I've learned how much advice you could gather from one attending from our little corner talks in between deliveries. From Dr. Agor, is Pam here today? She would get this. From Dr. Agor, I learned that you could be close to the nurses, so much so that you could go randomly to their house and hold their babies. Because I didn't know Dr. Agor was her dad. From Dr. Kamel, I learned the power of man love and how working with your bestie, Dr. Class, can make surgery so much more fun. And from Dr. Siddiqui, I learned what is garbage, to keep it simple, and for the juniors, always call your attending when someone is seizing you. Always. You'll love that. I joke, but in all honesty, everyone in this room has had an important job. You have all been entrusted to shape and mold us to become good doctors. We learn by your example, even when you think we're not listening. We do. We listen to everything you say. You've made us who we are, and for that we thank you. To our juniors who are in this room today, you've been our friends, our teachers, our counselors, and our substitute families. It's been an honor to teach you, to work with you, and to know you. The time goes by faster than you think, so absorb as much as you can. Try to remember all the good stuff we taught you, and don't claim us for the bad stuff. To our families, we apologize for all the missed dinners, holidays, and birthdays. Even when it seems that work comes first, you truly are our #1 priority. Thank you for being our anchor in the sometimes troubled water of residency. And is Dr. Gaston here today? Yes. Dr. Gaston, I want you to know that when I'm in Florida, I'm starting all of my stories with when I was in Milwaukee. Just so you know. So in closing, we love you all. We will miss you dearly, and I hope you don't forget us. Thank you.
Yeah!